the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The give to the back. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Fires left. Got his man. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Finds his big tight end. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Quarterback extends the play. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try the left side. Breaks the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement.
He uncorks one deep. Snags it on the right. Breaks into the open. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Those are the kind of mistakes that will absolutely kill you. Get an explosive play, and they bring it back because of a penalty. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. To the air, it's Myers. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Still running at the 40. Running free. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Sometimes there are careless interceptions and other times forced ones, and the defense forced that one.
They did. Nice job dialing up the pressure. Great job getting to the QB. So much athleticism on this defense. And moving forward, this offense is going to have to be really careful thinking about how they need to protect their quarterback to give him a chance.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
Back to pass. That's caught. It's Evans. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. On the run, it's Tolzien. They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5.
I I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To the air, it's Meyer. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes the grab on 3rd. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of put him out of rhythm.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down.
Making side adjustments here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Caught behind the line. It's Evans. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Penn State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Beaver Stadium. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Happy Valley crowd who leaves happy with the win. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little extra time. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it along the sideline. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Now the play fake. Hauls it in. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Here's the pressure. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Here's a return from midfield. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. There he goes. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. Good pickup on that one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Tolzien. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Just enough time for one final play in this half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And as he throws, the pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tolzien. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game.
Oh, he's got some space. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
My old coach said, don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the back. Got a little space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
To the air, it's Myers. Makes the grab. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, for a minute, that yards after the catch. He went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Slithers into space. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Off the play fake. Dances away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught downfield. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down, and you're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Looking to throw, it's Meyer. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Crimson Tide been deep in their own end trying to find a little breathing room. They'll leave it with him. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
At the 36, and the Washington offense will take over 1st and 10.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Gentry. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll try the run. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
trying to surge it in. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2.
Timeout, Alabama.
Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pound their way in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. This Husky defense, David, it's like they've got Vita Vea and Steve Emtman up front, Joe Tryon as a backer, and Marcus Peters in the secondary. There's purple everywhere.
You're right, from front to back. Guys up front of the defensive line, eating them up, doing a great job in the secondary at linebacker. Complete performance from this UW defense.
I know a lot of people were thinking there was a chance this defense could contain one of the best running backs in all of college football. I don't know if anybody thought they would dominate him and completely shut him down the way they have. Negative rushing yards in the game for this guy. You cannot say enough just about how physical this defense has been, playing with a chip on their shoulder all game long to shut him down.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Listen, as the game goes along, you start to figure out what that defense does. And that offense, I think they got a really good clue that that corner route continues to be open. I'd keep hitting it.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. Running it off. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense knew coming into the game with this quarterback's speed, David, they were going to have to be ready for him to tuck the ball and take off running.
But it doesn't matter. You know it, but he's so fast. You don't know about the angles, and you can't tell how fast till you get in the game. And he just takes off and makes big plays with his feet.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Still looking on the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Russell. The throw. Wide open downfield. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They'll go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Soto. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Soto. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. But the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Still down by 2. Chance to take the lead out the window. Guys, tough break there.
And I understand the decision, man. You got a chance to take the lead with this field goal late in the football game, but your kicker just doesn't come through, and it was so close. The dreaded doink. Now this game is going to get very interesting down the stretch.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Running to the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Rides to back and leaves it. Worked his way out across the 35, got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down.